car number 9, car number 19. Howard, have a good time.
Thank you.
Yep, sir. Make sure the seat and everything is in a good spot for you again. And then when everything's set, we'll pull around the corner in the pit lane. You go pull straight right here. They're going to pull this way.
Travis, you on 2?
And then I got to call and just make sure that we're clear to go.
I'm going to go on track
So
and pick up the...
Stand by right here.
Okay.
Copy that. We're on fuel break. Just have your heads in
Hey, I'm about to go out for a redo video. Grant, am I clear to go?
Go ahead. I'll hold Trimoni.
Copy. Go ahead. And track is clear, so you can just squeeze on the power. And then start looking around the bend, find that brake reference. So still on some power all the way to that gate. And then off the power and brake hard, harder. There you go, then trailing off of the brakes. A little squeeze of throttle to the first cone here. And then at this apex here, then you can start squeezing on the throttle harder. Out to the little cone on the left. At this gate, then go into the brakes and brake. A little harder right here, hard right hand turn. You want to brake a little harder as we approach that because now we're wide of that apex.
Okay.
Accelerating down the left side of the road. And brake. Bending it in. You want to try and overslow the beginning of the corner because right here you couldn't get to power until after that second apex. So if you brake, if you overslow the beginning, that means you can go to power earlier on the exit. And brake. Still on the brakes. Hold that pressure all the way down to this apex here. Turning in and now trailing off of the brakes. Back to power and accelerating up the road. And then a little brush of the brakes here. Back to the left. Off the brake. Back to a little bit of throttle. And then out onto the front straightaway through those 2 tall cones. 110 mile an hour speed limit. Germoni, here we come. 110, right in this lane right here, and just hold that speed all the way around. You might trail back a little bit as we enter NASCAR 1. There you go, and then hold maintenance throttle so that you don't lose any more speed, but you don't want to accelerate. Just want to maintain that speed. Very good. Keep those eyes looking for that brake reference. Still on some power. And then off the power and brake pretty hard. A little bit harder. Bending in. And then trailing off of the brakes. Back to a little bit of throttle. A little maintenance throttle. Maybe
Travis?
brush the brakes right there. And then accelerating out of this corner on power all the way down here to the next gate. And brake. And then remember, we want harder brake here and a little bit harder here because it's a real tight corner. Trail off the brakes, back to power. And brake. A little harder. You want to overslow the beginning so that you can come off the brakes and then accelerate from here out. There you go. Down the left side of the road. And brake. And then we'll get it wound down pretty slow and we'll start cooling off the brakes. So then just hold 40 miles an hour the rest of the way into pit lane. Good job.
Thank you.
And that That way we don't have to use the brakes here. You just let it coast through the corner. Germoni, we're in pit lane.
Hey, Roger that, T-Man, time to go.
To go, Russ.
Roger that, should be quick.
And then what we'll do is at that break in the wall,
Alright.
yeah,
Park
you can
behind
actually pull into that break in the wall just between the two tents. We'll go around these two
okay.
cars, or three cars. Nice and slow, and then you'll turn in through here. Nice and slow, turn here.
Oh, right here?
Yep. And you'll pull in right here, and then you can just park it right here.
Okay.
There you go. Good job. Leave the engine running.
Okay.
We'll hop on out.